Very fickle man.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Lott. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Prescott from the gun. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. David Irving in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Redskins send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the Redskins scoop it.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now P-Rod. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, it's Love. And this will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Love. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Piron. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a juke this time. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go, 46. 46, 46.
4th down, Prescott. And it's complete to Kelsey. And just shutting him off there. And now running right through it. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A second down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And they got the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Akeem Hunt now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So we got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Switch, and 26.
Prescott now on second down. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
You go 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This is McCaffrey on the give. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And all the way out to the 45-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. On 1st and 10, Locke is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Luck. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Luck now to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Spins by. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Prescott. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, a 22. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This is complete. It's Baldwin. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
You go 46, 46. 26, 26.
Now Prescott being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott from the gun on third. But it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Redskins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Hey, 47. Here you go. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Look at the spin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Hunt on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll fake it. Now Love. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route, because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, run. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Prescott to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They come out here, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Hunt on the return. And Hill running right through it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
11 feet.
He's back to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a third down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll go to P-line, trying to pound it in. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Prescott to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Hunt on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. Airing one out for Crowder. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
12. 11. 53.
Out of the gun, Love. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They start on the ground with Elliott. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
And what can Prescott do in the OT? Forced out to his left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Lott. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Lott. Eluding the pressure right. Now a hit, and Lott lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Gotta be careful though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. A first down throw for Prescott. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Gun.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he comes back with one complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Into the Redskins have it, they do. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Following the fumble recovery, here's Lott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Locke. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Luck now to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
M-E-H, man. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Big D.
something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he tryna move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on these hoes. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got the picture me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. Big Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on the. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. About tag on. I got it in the bag now. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he tryna move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on these hoes. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. Bye.